the 19th annual HarvestFest, Bloomfield HarvestFest. You know, it's very cloudy out today. Nevertheless, we have hordes of people down here to enjoy this wonderful day. For 2 decades now, this has been going on, bringing together people from all over Bloomfield and beyond. They come down here to enjoy the kiddie rides, to get to know their neighbors. The food that we have is food of every description you could possibly imagine. You know, routine carnival food down to delicious Mexican, anything you want you can find here. There's also lots of nonprofits, people who can teach you about recycling, people who can teach you about our fire department and how they serve you. Church groups here representing themselves. It's just an all-around wonderful event that pulls Bloomfield together. Oh, and here we are with Ann O'Leary, head of the Human Resources Department for our very own Brookdale ShopRite. I want you to know that Brookdale ShopRite has been an incredible supporter, not only of this HarvestFest, almost from its beginning 20 years ago, but for so many other important events we hold here in Bloomfield. You got a concert you need help with? Brookdale ShopRite's there. You have a candidate forum you want a little food for? Brookdale ShopRite is there. We're so proud to have them in our midst. They've been so supportive of all things Bloomfield, and I want Ann to tell us a little bit more of their role in the community and what you're doing here today.
Hi. Today we're here actually for Partners in Caring. Every year the store runs a big Partners in Caring program through Wakefern, and all the proceeds go to the hungry. So all our vendors and all our things today are all raised for Partners in Caring. Last year, Brookdale ShopRite came in first place through all the Wakefern stores, and this year I think we're putting in another good effort. So come inside, let's say hello to people. Smile, guys, we're on camera. Madge is with Wakefern. Jolene is in our ShopRite from Home division. Susan's head of our customer service, and we're in here sampling pies and cakes and selling everything, and these are all our loyal customers.
Would you like to make a donation, spin the wheel, win a prize, ma'am?
You know, in addition to being so generous with donations to the Bloomfield community, Brookdale ShopRite also employs some 460 people, which is just amazing, 460 people. And tell us a little bit about some of the people from Bloomfield that you employ.
A lot of our people are local people in our ShopRite from Home group. We have a lot of mothers that are now working their kids are in school, so they come and they do the online shopping. We deal with the Bloomfield High School VEST program as well as the co-op program in the high school. So the boys and girls in the high school can get an opportunity to leave school early, come down and work at the store and earn some money and still get credits to graduate.
Can you just explain a little bit about the VEST program and your history with the VEST program and how you help prepare these children for future employment?
The VEST program is for the special needs students in the high school. We have students that work with us that might have Down syndrome or some type of learning disabilities, and they come to us with a job coach, and we train them to be baggers, to put away returns, to stock shelves, and they get a little on-job sampling as well as feeling that they're going on to do something with their lives, which many of us then do wind up hiring after they graduate.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, and thank you for all you do for the town, and good luck today.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, and who do we have here? The wonderful Ann Hardy, who is the head of our Historic District Review Board and her very good neighbor, and also a part of the Historic Review Board. Her husband. This is Natasha Pomeros and Ann Hardy. What are you doing down here today, Ann?
We're having fun at HarvestFest. Every year we come. We're enjoying the day. We thought it was going to be rained out, but it turned out to be okay.
It's fabulous. And these are your 3 children.
That's right.
And this is...
What's your name? What's your name, buddy?
Hello,
What's your name?
Sita.
And that's Mario.
That's
wants the microphone.
Okay, now what are you going to do today?
We're going to go on a lot of rides. We're going to sample some fabulous food. Down towards the corner is some great stuff. Liberty Street and starts a lot of the foods. And we saw a Cajun place, and we saw a bunch of really good places to eat. That was new and exciting.
And now here we are with Councilwoman Peggy O'Boyle Dunnigan, who just happens to not only be our councilwoman, but she works for O'Boyle Landscaping. The reason I've come over to talk to Councilwoman Dunnigan today is because her brother, their landscaping business, did a huge favor for Bloomfield. Our superintendent of schools procured a piece of the World Trade Center steel to serve as a memorial, a permanent memorial at Foley Field. But it cost a fortune to get the piece of steel from Kennedy Airport to here. We looked and we priced, and it was very difficult to find someone within our price range. So the O'Boyle Landscaping came to our rescue, and they donated their labor and their truck. And I would like Councilwoman Dunnigan to talk a little bit about that, how that came about, and just any little anecdote you want to tell about that day.
Actually, the mayor called my brother and asked him if he'd be interested. Could he go get it? And he was so excited, he said yes right away. But it was very difficult dealing with them, the Port Authority, because you had to do everything by email. You couldn't call and ask the question, then they got back to you the next day. You could only bring so many people with you, and the names had to be registered. We had to get $1 million insurance policy on the piece of steel that if anything happened to it, and we made a date to go get it. The Bloomfield Police Department was nice enough to escort us into the city. We had to go into the Port Authority in New York at Kennedy Airport, and they gave you a piece of steel. Only one group was allowed at a time. The group in front of us was a bunch of New York firemen, and they got their piece of steel. They pulled out, and we got ours, and they tied it securely on the back of the truck, and they brought it back into Bloomfield. My nephew Marty and his son Marty went, and my brother was so excited. My nephew kept thinking, what are we doing? But when he got off that truck that day, he was so proud and so happy about bringing this back to Bloomfield. So we were honored that we had the opportunity to do it. And now it's permanent down at Foley Field.
And it's my understanding that you also contributed some landscaping for the flag park. So that is wonderful. And just the fact that we have this permanent memorial to 9/11, as many people know, we lost 3 of our own people from Bloomfield. They will be memorialized in a beautiful tablet that will stand alongside that memorial. It's open for anyone to go see at any time. I believe we will now be doing our 9/11 memorial services by that, and this, it might not have been possible without the volunteer efforts of O'Boyle Landscape, for which we are very, very grateful. Thank you so much.
Have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, the Father's help did slowly go by. Your dreams, the one they pick, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
What brings you to HarvestFest today?
Oh, just out to have some fun with Max and to take a look at some of the kiddie rides, so I'm sure he'll have a lot of fun on those.
Are you going to escape cooking tonight? Are you having dinner here, or is this a little too rich for your taste?
Yeah, I think maybe we'll have some treats here and then have dinner at home. So maybe some cotton candy as the treat.
Do you think that we should ask Max how much he likes being here?
Sure.
Max, do you like coming to the fair? Max, show me your favorite ride.
So, we're giving away daffodils.
Okay, here we are halfway through the afternoon in HarvestFest, and who do I find here but Pat Gillerin, who is head of the Open Space Trust Fund. I'm going to let Pat tell us a little bit about the trust fund, its history, where it is now, and where we hope it's going to go in the future.
Hi, it's actually the Open Space Trust Fund Committee. Back in 2001, there was a referendum held, and the people of Bloomfield voted to put aside a penny per $100 of assessment into a fund to fund buying of open space. Our mission is to look for open space to buy in Bloomfield. Currently, the town is in negotiation to buy a 5.7-acre property off of Lionsgate, off of Broad Street. This would be a passive park. We have a $1.8 million grant from Green Acres. The rest of the money will come from the Open Space Trust Fund. We're going to reforest this area, and hopefully it'll help the flooding that occurs just south of it. The other thing is the Open Space Trust Fund Committee runs 2 cleanups in Bloomfield every year. Right now we're preparing for a cleanup at the Morris Canal Towpath on October 22nd from 10 a.m. to noon. It's a historic towpath, part of Bloomfield's green spaces, and if you'd like to volunteer, you can just email us, ostfc@bloomfieldtownship.com. You can find us on Facebook. Look for Open Space Trust Fund Committee.
Rosita, did you know there's a right way to sneeze?
Let's show them, Elmo.
Yeah, got it. When you feel like your nose needs to give it at you, this is how you act, this is what you do.
Lift your arm up high, bend it toward your face.
Sneeze right there in the bendy place.
Achoo! Achoo!
You can do it with ease.
Achoo! Achoo!
That's the right way to sneeze.
Thank you.
To learn more about preventing flu, visit flu.gov.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK. I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. What'd you dream about? Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
WBMA-TV is a proud winner of the 2010 Jam Video Awards for Video Excellence, Bloomfield Buzz TV, and Unlimited, as well as an Outstanding Video Award for To Your Health Bloomfield, Saturday Night at the Movies, and A Taste of Bloomfield. Be sure to tune in. Your life, your town, your station. WBMA-TV.
What we'll do is contact the station and say we want to put a public service message up. Say we have an upcoming storm like we had in Irene. We'll say everyone that we need you to keep your cars off the street, or a snowstorm. When we had our big snowstorms this year, we can contact the station and say, everyone please try to keep your cars off the street so we can plow the streets and keep them clear. Or in the event of emergency like Irene, where we had massive flooding throughout this part of town and the southern part of town, we can tell people where they can go to seek shelter if their basements were flooded, if their electricity is off, who to call, and how to get help. And Red Cross numbers, FEMA numbers, anything like that we can put on that website probably within 24 hours and have all that information up.
So WBMA and the fire department is a perfect marriage to help people stay safe.
Yes.
Imagine my surprise as I'm walking down the street and I see my fellow Board of Education member, Shane Berger. Shane came onto the board about 2 years ago, and when I saw Shane, I thought, you know, we're doing man on the street interviews, we're letting people talk about the fair, their civic participation in the town, and I thought that Shane would be a good one to talk about volunteerism and how he got involved in volunteering for the town, what it means to be a member of the board, and why other people should participate. Shane, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be on the board. It was one of the best things I've ever done. I've always been involved in the community on many aspects of, you know, donating money or volunteering for organizations. It was a logical step to attempt to get elected, and was very fortunate that my friends and neighbors came out and supported me. Anytime and every time I go out as an elected official, we have a duty and responsibility to communicate the positive things that are going on in a terrific community. We have a diverse community, not only in ethnicity, but in ideas. And it's really something to be proud of, and no one will ever accuse me of apologizing coming from Bloomfield.
You want to talk a little bit about some of the initiatives that we've introduced, or the new superintendent has introduced. Now, they're still in the experimental stage, so we have to be careful not to make promises. But if you could just talk about some of the changes that we're doing to try to become a 21st century school district.
Bing came in and worked a couple of months and identified some problems, and immediately provided an action plan for the board, and he's been going full bore with it. One of the major initiatives was to provide the teachers with laptop computers so they could ease their workload and provide more transparency to the parents. We've also done a revamp of our curriculum, which should be done sometime around December for the new year, which is going to help our student achievement, and that's what it's really all about, student achievement, with our new superintendent.
Yes, I understand that all the teachers now have laptops, and pretty soon all schools are going to have a system whereby parents can tap in and see online grading, which means they'll be able to go to their computers and see if the kids are doing their homework, check out what they've got on the latest quiz, and this should all be in place by the end of the year. Can you think of any other?
Well, there's Homework Now, the portal Homework Now.
Talk about Homework Now.
Homework Now gives the parents the opportunity to see exactly what the child is doing on a day-to-day basis. Like Mary said, probably sometime during the second market period, the grades in elementaries will be online. In the middle school and the high school, that's already applying. The parents can go on, they're going to get codes, and it's a whole new system that will be through the New York, the Homework Now portal. It's wonderful. We're going to do terrific here as soon as we all get on the same page. There's a lot of initiatives in a small amount of time, but we have a community that's dedicated to their friends and neighbors. We're going to do terrific.
How's it going so far? All right, cool. This next one is called Mistakes I Make. It's on the first album as well, and it's on our Facebook.
Yesterday's another day with every right to make my move, but I swallow my tongue again. I'm making the only choice to lose. Tomorrow I'll mess up again. Tomorrow I screwed up and then I swear I'll be the death of me, and that's the best that I can be. So tell me what to do when I can't do anything. Tell me what to do when I screw up everything. Tell me what I am, tell me what I be. do when I can't do anything. Tell me what to do when I screw up everything. Tell me what I am, tell me what I'll be. Tell me what's been wrong when I can't do anything right. We're constantly running by my side when I can't see the reasons, the possibility, the speechlessness is spreading to me like a disease. These are all the mistakes I make. These are all the mistakes I make. Tell me what to do when I can't do anything. Tell me what to do when I screw up everything. Tell me what I am, tell me what I'll be. Tell me what's been wrong with me.
Oh, now these are young Bloomfield Bengals. Is this a JV team? This is the freshman team. Okay, we got a captain here.
I'm the quarterback.
We have a lot of captains. Oh, the quarterback. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Reggie.
Reggie. And
Sahib.
No, that's just my
Yes.
last name.
Okay, now where are you going now?
We're about to go to the high school. You know, we had a good day today. I need to get on. You know, we won today. We played Irvington. 2-1. We won 32-0.
Get out.
36 now. 36.
Wonderful. So you're having an excellent season. Okay. Okay, here we are with Gary Ruffino. Gary Ruffino is representing the American Little League staff, the Bloomfield American Little League staff. And I've asked Gary to give us a little bit of background history on the American Little League, and he's going to tell us how long it's been around, who they service, and the sorts of things that they do for Bloomfield's kids.
Mark. I'm going to hold this. Come on, you can do it. Well, we started in 1964 as Bloomfield Midtown, and we've been existing. I really can't. Come on. I'm not good at this. I'm sorry.
I'll do the questions. I'll do the questions.
Edit the whole thing.
Okay, is the intro okay, or do we have to redo the intro?
Redo the intro.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, here I am today with Gary Ruffino. He is representing the Bloomfield American Little League. And I'm going to let Gary tell us a little bit about that organization because they serve scores and scores and scores of American kids going back many years. How long has the American Little League been around?
Well, we started out as Bloomfield Midtown back in 1964, and we've been associated with the Little League Baseball ever since then. Approximately about 8 years ago, we merged with Southern Little League to form Bloomfield American Little League. We service the kids from ages 4 to 12. We have our registrations are in January, and we try to keep the kids out of the house. Get out and play some sports. Don't sit by the computers. Off the streets.
Now, 4 years old. What's that? T-ball? You start them on T-ball?
Yes, T-ball is from 4 to 6. Our minors run from 7 to 11. Our majors will go from 9 to 12.
And these kids, who do they compete with? Is it within Bloomfield, or do they play other towns?
No, it's all within the Bloomfield American boundaries.
And the boundaries are Watsessing School, Carteret School, Berkeley School, and Fairview School. Those are the 4 elementary schools that American boundaries would incorporate. Anything above that would be the National Baseball Little League, which is the other end of town.
Okay, and where do you guys play?
We play over at Wrights Field and at Foley Field.
Now, Wrights Field, that's a beautiful facility over there. You've got an incredible field, don't you?
Yes. It's the Recreation Department has been working on that field. I think they're going to have some more improvements coming up with the Green Acres money, and it should make things a lot nicer.
Now, you say you service children from the ages of 4 to 12. What happens to those kids? Where do they go after you've given them years of training? Where do they go?
Once they turn 13, they have the opportunity to play in the Babe Ruth League, which services all of Essex County. And it runs from ages 13 to 18, I think.
And what do the kids get out of it? If you think of one child, if you've been with the organization for a long time, think of one child that has come up through the American Little League and what that child was able to accomplish. Just any, you don't have to name. If you want to name someone, you can. Sure. All right. Let's talk. Let's talk about your son. How he got involved and how long he was with it, where he went, and how it benefited him as a person.
Well, actually, he started with the.
What's his name?
Kevin, and he started with in the minors, worked his way through the Midtown Little League, played Babe Ruth at that time. Then from there, he went on to high school ball, and after high school, he actually stopped. He didn't play baseball anymore.
But it got him ready for our high school team.
Oh yes.
So you guys are sort of like the farm team.
Basically, yes. So we go
for the Bloomfield baseball program.
Yes.
But not only do they learn the fundamentals of the sport, they actually learn chemistry, camaraderie. They make friends for life, which is what his son did, and teaches them that they want to do more, aspire to do more. It might even lead to a non-athletic college student. Just the fact that these kids have been together so long and have learned so much together. It is all positive. There is no negative in playing an organized sport.
And it has the children, they bond, they find family.
They do indeed, yes.
They really do.
They are perfect strangers on the first day of practice, and by the first game of the season, they are practically family.
Okay. Now, do you have involvement with the American Little League?
Yes, I do.
Tell me your name and tell me what your involvement is.
I'm Anita Killian, and I'm involved as a secretary, player agent, and I've been involved for 34 years.
34 years?
That takes care of all the kids and all their problems. Then that's about it.
Well, thank you for your service. Thank you so much for all you do, and I wish you a fabulous season. And get us some of those good sluggers for the high school. Get them ready.
One of our shining examples of the sports program working its best.
Now, I think that calls for an interview. What is your name?
Dylan.
Dylan what?
Piacenza.
And where do you go to school?
Carteret.
You go to Carteret? Okay. And what position do you play?
Shortstop and pitcher.
How long have you been playing?
All his life.
Since he can remember. Since he was a little kid.
So why do you like this? What's so great about the American Little League? What is it? Why is it fun for you? Why is it? If you didn't have it anymore, would you miss it? Tell me what the greatest thing is about this team.
I get to have fun.
Do you get to travel? You go from school to school, or you pretty much stay at Wrights Field?
We get to travel sometimes.
There's free pizza too, obviously. That's never a bad thing.
All right. Well, I want to wish you a lot of luck. You look like a wonderful young man, and I know you're going to come up to the high school and make us proud. Okay. Thank you so much.